NerdyGamer here, and today we are once again playing Kerbal Space Program. So I've been playing the game for a while now, and basically because there weren't a lot of interesting missions in between the episodes, and I've upgraded mission control and the tracking station. Now I did this on purpose, because in this episode we are going to the moon. That's right, we're going to send a few probes to the moon to gather science, of course. Now, to get to the moon, you have to do two things. You have to upgrade mission control and the tracking station. For mission control, this it costs 75,000 funds, and for the tracking station, I believe 100,000. So you gotta gather a lot of money in between. So basically, let's first of all, I'm gonna go to mission. You're gonna go to mission control, and then select the contract, fly by the moon. This will appear a short time after you have reached orbit. So you want to click on that one, and then you go to the vehicle assembly building and build your moon rocket. Also, a quick thing to point out, I've edited the NerdyGamer flag. So now it is, oh wait a second. So I've edited the NerdyGamer flag, so now it appears in the list of flags. It was took some time, but it finally works. So this is basically my rocket. We have the engine, the fins, we have the 3 fuel tanks, and we have an upper stage, and we have a probe connected to the upper stage. Well, this is for a certain reason, because the stack decoupler is very powerful, and it can actually launch your probe off course if you're sending it to the moon. This happened to me a few times in a career mode I did, but when it wasn't posted on YouTube. So it's basically called Moon 01, and let's launch the thing. So I'm just gonna launch this thing into orbit and I'll continue that from there. See you guys later. Okay guys, so I am finally in orbit. And this is where I want to show you what I'm going to do. How to set up a maneuver node. So what you want to do first is you want to go to the moon. You want to left click on it and set it as a target. Then you click on your orbit and then you'll set your maneuver node. Now one thing to point out is if you only upgrade the tracking station, you won't be able to set a maneuver node. This is something I also discovered when playing a new career mode for the first time. So you basically want to click anywhere, I think around here, and then as you can see you have all these icons. The only icons that are now important are the retrograde and the prograde vector. So you slide the prograde vector to the left, and as you can see the orange shows the orbit that you want to get into, and this node basically shows your target, which is the moon. So you can click on this and slightly adjust it, and here we have an encounter where you wanna get pretty close to the moon. As you can see, we're 21 kilometers away. And what do you do next? Now you basically I can't move around it this way, so we have to slightly. As you can see, you have a blue arrow here, which basically indicates where your maneuver node is. There we go. And that's basically it. So so this basically shows how long it's gonna take before you are going to burn, and that's in this case 9 minutes. And it also estimates how long you're gonna burn, which is about 20 seconds. Which is very useful to know. If you are very good at KSP, you know how much fuel an engine burns, and that way you can predict if you have enough fuel to get to the moon. There we go. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. At about 1 minute you want to slow down to about 5 times speed, and then you have to wait until you're about 10 seconds away. I recommend burning 10 seconds early. Okay, there we go. I've got to keep this thing stable. Come on. Well, this is hard. I have to focus on 2 things at the same time. This is hard. It's really hard. Oh, there we go. Do we have an encounter? Oh, we're heading straight for the moon. Oh, that's not bad. We'll get into its sphere of influence. So basically, we're just heading to the moon now, and I'll explain stuff later. So there's also another reason why you have to put, I didn't show it yet, but as you can see we have a lot of batteries. Well, I already told it in my previous episode, but when you are going to the moon, you need to have a lot of batteries, because as I accelerate time, you can see that basically loses electric charge. One thing to note is that the probe itself does not have enough electric charge to get to the moon on its own, so you basically need about 2 batteries, I think. 2 batteries is more than enough. No, 4. 4 batteries is more than enough. 4 batteries, that's what you need to get to the moon. And as we get close to the moon, boom, this happens. So you might be thinking, hey, what's happening? What happened to my maneuver node? Well, basically, if this is... we are now in the moon's sphere of influence. So this basically shows our trajectory, how we get to the moon. And if we get out of this, as we zoom out, we basically escape Kerbal and start orbiting around the sun. But we're not going to do that because we're going to impact the moon. So we have arrived at the moon. Look at that. And what you want to do next is you basically want to gather scientific data. There we go. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there's no matter around to be either hot or cold, except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. Okay, keep the data. And the goo canister, what does it say? The goo seems to be less dense here. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. Let's transmit the data. Transmit all. So do we have enough? I hope so. Come on. Yes, we have just enough. Just enough electricity. Warning, not enough... wait, what? Not enough electric charge? Ah, damn it. We ran out of electric charge. So let's just wait until this thing impacts the moon. It's beautiful to think that one day people will stand, Kerbals will stand on this location, and they will think about this one probe that reached the moon. There it is. 926 meters per second. There we go. 5 kilometers. And boom. There it went. Space Center. It didn't matter that we lost the probe. We now have science. That's great. Okay, so this will be difficult. What are we gonna choose? We have flight. Oh man. Look at this. This is gonna be a very hard choice. I want to build a space shuttle, but I don't think the technology. I think we're gonna go for better control. That's right. Better control. Should we do that? Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that could be done. We need to gather a lot of science here. We have these and these and these and these. Let's go for that. And there we go. We have another contract. Science data from space around the moon. It seemed horrible for our visitors visiting Strutco. That was definitely hard. That it was definitely hard for us to tell if getting to the moon would be brilliant for us. It can't be denied, however, that the amount of times there would be a dubiously not that bad accident was we made an inevitable point about how it seemed positively great that going to the moon would be an outstanding idea at all. It clearly ended up raising more questions than answers, and this is where you come in. We want you to send us scientific data from space around the moon. I can do that. Let's accept it. But we have 5 hours. Damn it. 5 hours. That's not that much. Okay. So let's first of all edit our rocket. So we have these basic fins. Let's remove them and replace them with the new fins. Now, by unlocking these parts, you basically get the AV-R8 winglet and the Delta Deluxe winglet. Well, the main difference is, as you can see here, it also shows things like control surface portion, which basically shows how much of the fin is now controllable. So that's right, we now have fins that we can use to steer the rocket, and as you can see here, the control portion surface is much higher. It basically shows how much. So basically we're going to use the AV-R8 winglet. I really like these. I recommend putting them on your rocket because they are very useful. And you can also have a strong engine that cannot move, and then have these to control your rocket. And you might be thinking, hey, why is there scale here? Why is there scale here? Well, basically because I installed Tweak Scale, which is a mod in which you can increase this or decrease the size of parts. Demonstration? Yeah, that's right. So we have a 10th. Oh man, look at our money coming in. We have so much. Damn, this is expensive. 10,000. Okay, this is gonna be Moona 2. save, and let's delete the old one. Luna 1, I'm sorry, I want to delete the craft. Yeah, there we go. Luna 2. Luna 2 is basically just a copy. You might be thinking, hey, well there's one extra thing. Well, basically, I'm going to explain some stuff now during the launch. Well, basically the Soviet Union, as you know it, which is now known as Russia, also had probes like these. These were basically impact probes. So if you don't know what these are basically probes that go to a planet, discover scientific data from that planet, and then impact the planet. Luna 1, which was the real name, Luna 1, was the first ever probe to reach the moon's sphere of influence, but it didn't actually hit the moon because of a course problem. The rocket accidentally veered off course, which resulted in it. Well, Luna 2 did actually hit the moon. It was the first to do so. So basically I just want to call it, and I have to say, I'm inspired by the Soviets. They've done a lot of things first. When it comes to the moon, I'm inspired by the Americans. When it comes to basic stuff, like, how do you call it? Like, what do you call it? Like orbiting the Earth, or rendezvousing. Okay, the Americans were first with that, but I don't care. So I like the Soviets when it comes to that. So one thing that happens when you accelerate time warp is that the rocket freezes. It freezes into place. Nothing else happens. So let's get to we're about 1 minute away. There we go. Well, let's get to the moon. Because of course, getting to the moon is our target. It's literally our target. Set the maneuver node. Go there. Adjust it. So setting a maneuver node might seem difficult, but it just needs some practice. If you know how to do it, it's a good thing for you to do. It's good for you. It won't be that bad. Here we go. Not that close, but I don't care. And there we go. Yep. Almost directly on the spot. No, what happened? Oh no. We ran out of electricity. Okay. So we have the scientific information. Oh man, it didn't work. We lost battery power. Damn it. Still not impacting the moon. There we go. Damn it. Okay, second attempt. Much more batteries now. Much more batteries. Okay. Let's gather scientific data. Observing the mystery goo. Keep that. Log temperature. Let's just transmit the goo data. Transmit data. Transmit all. Here we go. There it is. And we completed a contract. So it's just gonna fly past, and we're gonna terminate it after it's over. It's not bad if you fail at something for the first time in KSP. It's just a matter of training. If you know what you're going to be doing, it's okay. 5 days. There we go. Oh man, it's in orbit around the sun. Do we have... Oh shit, our power ran out. Space Center. So that was the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye.